Welcome back to GameVault HQ. Today, we're checking out a unique fan-made addition to the classic Broken Sword series. Let's dive into Broken Sword 2.5, The Return of the Templars. If you've ever wondered what would happen if fans decided to bridge the gap between two beloved games, then you're in for a treat. Let's get into it. Broken Sword 2.5 The Return of the Templars is an unofficial fan-made game that fits between Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror, and Broken Sword, The Sleeping Dragon. It was created by a group of dedicated fans who just couldn't wait for the next chapter. What makes it impressive is how they managed to keep the original feel of the series while adding their own twist. It captures the spirit of George Stobbart and Nico Collard's adventures with a mix of mystery, humor, and conspiracy. When you start Broken Sword 2.5, you can see the love and effort the fan developers put into it. It might not be as polished as the official games, but there's a charm in every detail. The visuals are similar to the first two games, sticking to the 2D style that players loved. The hand-drawn backgrounds are colorful, detailed, and full of nostalgic touches while still offering something new. It's like meeting an old friend who still has new stories to share. The story begins with George returning to Paris after getting some troubling news about Nico. It's a setup that feels right at home in the Broken Sword universe, mixing personal stakes with the usual themes of secret societies and ancient conspiracies. George quickly gets caught up in a plot that spirals out of control. The writing stays true to the original games with lots of funny one-liners and light-hearted banter. George and Nico's dynamic is at the heart of the story, and seeing their relationship grow is one of the best parts of the game. One of the highlights of Broken Sword 2.5 is the gameplay. The puzzles are classic point-and-click style, challenging but not impossible. They feel more like the ones in the original two games, rather than the more action-based puzzles of the third game. Fans of traditional adventure game logic will feel right at home as they solve inventory puzzles, figure out clues, and use their brains to uncover secrets. There are moments that need some old-school patience, but for those who enjoy that, it's exactly what they're looking for. The voice acting in Broken Sword 2.5 is a bit hit or miss, which makes sense for an unofficial game. George and Nico are voiced by different actors than in the official games, but the new cast does a good job. It's not exactly the same, but the performances are filled with enough enthusiasm and heart to keep the story going. You might notice differences in the voices, but George's personality is still funny and warm, which makes it easy to overlook any issues. The passion from the voice actors gives the game a unique charm. The music in Broken Sword 2.5 also deserves praise. The fan team did a fantastic job recreating the feel of the original soundtracks, blending new tunes seamlessly with the game's atmosphere. It's both familiar and fresh, capturing the sense of adventure and mystery that the series is known for. Whether you're exploring the streets of Paris or investigating a hidden temple, the music perfectly enhances the experience. It's clear the team put a lot of effort into making sure the game's music did justice to the series. Since this is a fan-made game, there are a few rough edges. The animations, while nostalgic, can feel a bit stiff at times, and there are moments when the pacing slows down, especially in sections with a lot of backtracking. But these small issues are easy to forgive, considering the scope of what the developers accomplished. This isn't a big-budget game. It's a labor of love from fans who wanted to continue the story they cared about, and they succeeded in that. For fans of the Broken Sword series, 2.5, The Return of the Templars, is a great chance to reconnect with George and Nico in a way that feels true to the originals. It fills the gap between the second and third games, adding a piece of the story that, while unofficial, still feels like it belongs. It's not perfect, but its flaws are part of its charm. It's a heartfelt tribute to a beloved series, and if you're a fan of classic point-and-click adventures, it's definitely worth your time. So, what's the final verdict? Broken Sword 2.5 gets an 8 out of 10 from us. It's not without its flaws, but it's an impressive and passionate effort that deserves recognition. If you're a Broken Sword fan or just love a good mystery with clever puzzles and witty dialogue, give it a try. You won't be disappointed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting us know what you think of Broken Sword 2.5. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.